Hi there, I'm Simon Gervin and welcome to another episode of Launching Agile Projects as we board the inception deck to understand another artifact in a bit more detail. This is one you might have heard of before. It's called the elevator pitch, and the version I'm going to talk you through today is from Geoffrey Moore's book Crossing the Chasm. Now, the elevator pitch is a way to describe your product in slightly abstract terms, and it's a little bit clunky. It's sometimes a bit hard for people to get their head around, so I want to take you through it in a bit more detail. Why it's important is because it gives you 7 different perspectives to understand what your product is and why you're building it and who it's for. This is the structure. For a target customer who has some need or some opportunity has arisen regarding them, our product is a description of what category or what type of product you're providing. That, now you describe the key benefit. Unlike the competition or an alternative solution the customer may be employing, our product has a range of things that are better, the benefits. Now, spoken like that, it sounds a bit odd. And even if you read it out, it's not the sort of thing you would actually say if you were stuck in the elevator with the CEO. But it does give you a really good way to consider from different perspectives what you're doing. Let me show you an example. Now, the inception deck originated in a workshop. And we had a bit of a nautical theme around it, partly because deck is a PowerPoint deck, but yes, it's also the deck on a ship, but also gave us a narrative to tie some of the examples to. So we had an example of a pirate as a customer. And our elevator pitch was this. It's for pirates who need a new or an additional parrot. The Parrots Are Us website is a pirate and parrot matching service that finds a parrot to perfectly match your needs. Unlike stealing a bird, which is what pirates do already, obviously, our product removes the risk of revenge attacks or accidentally stealing a bad bird. A little bit silly, but hopefully it gives you an indication of why this thing is powerful. Now, if you look at the inception deck, the way that I built this template is like this for a reason. Not an awful lot of space, and if you have not an awful lot of space and you've got big pens, it helps keep your ideas concise. That means what we can do is really focus on what we're trying to do with our product. So if you're struggling to fit your customer into one of those boxes, maybe that's because you're not focused properly on who your customer is. If you find you've got lots of ands or ors in those boxes, maybe you're finding you need to have more than one elevator pitch. But what this allows you to do is take each of those 7 areas and really understand who is our target customer, for example, and what do we really care about them doing. And taking them each individually allows you to really focus on and broaden out the discussion and narrow it back down on just where you want to be. This is particularly important if you're trying to build early versions of products or MVPs and you want to get something out quickly. Narrowing down who you're building it for and what particular need this version of the product is serving can really help you narrow down the scope of your initial products. The elevator pitch is something that is worth investing some time in. Give people time to really explore those different areas. If you rush it, you'll probably end up with something that's not as good. Probably 20 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes is long enough. And like all models, what you will come up with will be wrong. But this is one model that, like others, can be really useful. So that's the elevator pitch based on a template by Geoffrey Moore and a really important artifact, one that's easy to skip by because it feels quite hard to do and it's a bit clunky language, but if you put a little bit of investment into it, you can get some really strong insights into your product, and then you can decide if that's going to change what you're doing, particularly if you're trying to scope the features of your MVP. Thank you for listening. Join me next time as we reboard the inception deck to look at another artifact in a little bit more detail. I hope you found this one useful. Thank you. Bye now.